Welcome. Your spirit guides have a message for you today. Interesting. So letting these. Oh my gosh. Interesting because in the pre-shuffle from this deck, oh, hello devil, the Eight of Wands showed itself to me, and just before pressing record, this car was like zooming down the hill. I brought in the guidebook to see what will come up with these. It's interesting because there was devilish energies that did pop out and show themselves to me in the Fairy Tale Oracle. The devil is generally where we're keeping ourselves in some kind of bondage. Not wanting to repeat yesterday's reading, but there's some kind of self-awareness with the eyes that is growing within you at this time, showing you where you're stuck, where you're keeping yourself in bondage to something that happened in the past, even something that we used to want, and we genuinely wanted it at the time, but we don't want it anymore. It's these sorts of things. Can also be relationship, with the cords, the bonds here. But the scissors are here. Interesting. The scissors are here about cutting cords to the past, I'm getting. Interesting. We'll bring these in. And we've got this. This Chariot is interesting because, this Chariot isn't going anywhere. These are two horses joined at the hip. So we've got bondage again. Both horses want to go their own way. They want to go in different directions, but they're stuck. So yeah, similar theme coming through here. Similar theme, and yet underneath that was the sun. So this is a horse out in a beautiful flowery field, feeling happy, feeling free. Feeling free. So we've got transition energy here. Eight of Cups is all of these tears about these like past love letters or past, events in our life story. Eight of Cups is about leaving something behind. Look at all this like tension. This is interesting because like all of these dogs, it's reminded me of a recent comment from someone who said that they'd had, multiple exes come up again. I feel like maybe, are we coming into the shadow of Mercury retrograde? I'm not sure. But it's almost like people from the past or situations from the past. But I am getting people here with these dog friends, friends, exes, even like, family members, even though they're still, in your family. But it's almost like, things, either people or thoughts or regrets or sadnesses or whatever is popping up from the past. It's almost like it's rising up for you to potentially like finalize the mourning and do the releasing. Eight of Cups is about releasing, moving forwards, where once you actually felt trapped, you felt stuck. And it is interesting with that kind of Mercury retrograde, again, that, is it Puck, the Shakespearean trickster energy. It's interesting when the universe kind of pops up with a, like, are you really ready to move on kind of energy? Like you feel like you're ready to move on from that past relationship, and then they pop up again. 444 on the timer is divine protection, and it could be to do with family. 10 of Pentacles, an ex who was like a significant commitment. Yeah, could be to do with family, for sure. But it's interesting, the 444 has come up for me, oops, sorry, has come up for me in the past, and I'm like, oh, this is so lovely, I'm like divinely protected. But it was actually like a kind of little alarm bell from my guides. It's like, well, hold on, you know, hold out there, 444, like, do you really want to get yourself stuck in that situation? You know, it was kind of interesting. And then the 444 is coming out, because I realized, obviously, belatedly, I was like, the 444 wasn't really a message of, oh, I'm in alignment right now with this situation. It was like a protective, you know, sign from my guides, that maybe I was like going the wrong way, going the wrong way there. But yeah, it'll be different for each of you. But whatever it was a high level commitment. So this could be, you know, a job that you had in the past, or a job that you have now that you feel stuck in. Could definitely be a relationship, a friendship circle, even a community like where you live. When your soul's growth yearns to be free to explore other things. Your soul is ready to let this go, but I would not be surprised if you have some exes or you know, some element like that energy popping up either from the past or from the thing that you're trying to free yourself from. So just be aware that this could occur, and be aware of it in the sense that this is trickster energy. It's like, you know, you're kind of given the two options. Yeah, and I personally did receive a I miss you text as well. So they're definitely popping up in you know, the chords of attachment. Let's get this card. I feel like we won't actually have room for our fairy tale oracle, but I'm actually going to flip through. Oh, here she is again. Lovely. Because I feel like her message last time, we'll just put the obsidian there, it sort of got waylaid by the sort of snake energy that was popping up as well, this something curling up from the depths. The Little Mermaid, 17C, listen to your unconscious. The dark face of this aspect of the fairy tale is monsters can lurk in your unconscious. There they are. There's the devil there. And the bright face is your unconscious knows more than you realize. Let's see. Drawing the sea indicates you should look deeply with your unconscious, the source of creative energies and hidden messages. Your unconscious speaks to you in dreams and signs, 444, and portents. So take note of what it may be trying to tell you. Keep a dream diary and try recording all your thoughts and feelings as free as you can. Taking time to meditate and listen to your unconscious and what it is trying to tell you. Here, you can read everything here if you pause the video. But yeah, there is this energy of something rising up with that snake, probably from the past. But also it's this tapping into our divine source, the sun, our own personal light, our own personal source of guidance. I don't think you want to get stuck in this again. You don't want to be a horse with just, you know, stuck, like joined at the hip with this devil energy. I mean, the devil is coming through for a reason. The tears about this past story are coming through for a reason. We're getting a unicorn, but we're getting a horse who is free to move and explore and expand, in contrast to these two horses that are stuck. And they each want to go their own way. but they can't because they've got these two as well, these two little goats, maybe, probably with the devil. You know, their back feet are chained together. For many of you, this is a past relationship that you still have energetic cords to. You want to move forward, but potentially they're popping up to try to connect back in, to cement this cord that at this point in your life, it is right for you to cut the cord. I mean, obviously go back if you want to. You know, if this isn't resonating with you, then it's just not a message for you. But it's like these different energies, different people are going to sort of come up. And it could even be a situation that just kind of triggers the energy of being stuck. Stuck in the mourning process. Let's see what this one is. 9 of Swords. Interesting 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords is fears, you know, that keep us awake, worries and fears and anxieties, nightmares. So interesting about the dreams. One thing that I've learned about dream interpretation is to really, it's not so much the story of what happens, that definitely matters. But a really important thing to take notice of, if you're writing down your dreams or going back through, you've woken up from this dream and you're like, what was that? Travel back through the story, but really take notice of your feelings. We're coming up to 444 on the timer again, because I had to pause it before. It's your feelings that are going to give you the rich energy from your unconscious over here. Your feelings will tell you how you feel about what is coming up in the dream. It's really the key, because we can look at, you know, the nuts and bolts of what happened in the dream, but the key to fully understanding and integrating what that dream is telling you, or what that experience in the 3D is telling you, is actually the feeling that rose up in you when that happened. Could happen in the 3D for sure, could happen in your dreams. And I kind of get from this tiger, it's like, yawn, I'm over this. Like, that is a yawn. You know, that's a yawn. I am over this. I am 555 on the timer. I am tired of being stuck with this, whatever this is for you. You're over it. You're definitely over it. You want to be free in the sun, to move and do your own thing. You don't want to be pulled back in. 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior. 9 of Wands is very highly defensive. You know, we've got kind of porcupine energy here. The 9 of Wands is weary. And even like I'm getting like the 9 of Wands is tired of kind of dealing with whatever this situation is. Like yawn. Like you're over it. You don't want to be embroiled back in. You want to be free. You want to be free of this. I mean, the devil is toxic energy, unhealthy, unhelpful energy. You're over it, and you're over kind of weathering the messages. You're over dealing with, you know, this person or whatever it is, trying to get your attention again. And again, for some of you, it's this, it's not necessarily a person, but it's something that's rising up in you over and over again here. To try to pull your attention away from feeling safe and happy and free to explore and expand and grow and have fun and enjoy your life, you know, this illuminated, beautiful energy of the sun. So it can be like an internal thought system, an internal pattern, internal self-sabotaging, that sort of rises up. But whatever it is for you, 3D, internal, or a mixture of both, which often is the case, you are over it. And you're coming to the end of it with the 9. You're not quite there with the 9, but you're almost at the point of kind of just being like, just don't talk to me kind of thing. Just, whatever it is, it's sort of like, no. I want to be free, 6 of Wands. I want to be free to be happy. Like, the pig in mud energy. Pig is a very lucky energy, very fortuitous, very happy. It's a happy animal. You want to be free. And this will be like quite momentous for you when you feel that energetic change, 555, of you breaking free from this cord to a past story here. You will feel like victory, like you are succeeding. Yeah, because you are over it. You are over it. Apprentice of Swords. So interesting, because this is very like baby steps energy. This is the Page of Swords. It's a little ant, beautiful ant, holding up this divine sword. They're kind of holding up the Ace of Swords, like they've had the enlightenment, they've had the revelation that this isn't what you want to be stuck in anymore. You don't want to be embroiled in whatever this is anymore. But it's so interesting because, 9 of Wands is you're almost at the point of maybe cutting contact for some of you, but it's definitely this energetic cord cutting for sure that is coming in. And this can be, a cord cutting within ourselves to like past patterns of behavior as well. So, take it as it's resonating for you. But this is baby steps because this is the Page. The Page is a child. It's the little ant holding this sword of revelation, of illumination, of clarity. Ooh. Baby steps. It's okay. It's okay where you are. Because you're having a lot of energies coming in, a lot of maybe, situations that bring whatever this is up back onto the surface. Like be gentle with yourself. Let's see. Ace of Swords, here it is. And interesting that this Ace of Swords has all of these poisonous mushrooms, poisonous to humans. So we've got that toxic energy here that you're becoming very clear of. You could be becoming clear of, how certain people, they just know how to draw us back in, that, especially with a past relationship, it's like there's a dynamic there, there's a history there, and they just unconsciously, subconsciously, or consciously know how to draw you back in. And you've got this newfound clarity of like, oh, I know what that is. It distracts me from my purpose. It's taking my attention away from feeling safe, happy, and free. It's this kind of energy. And this is freedom transformation with our butterfly here, out of whatever this unhealthy pattern of behavior, unhealthy relationship, unhealthy, dynamic between you and another person, or with a job, or whatever it is for you. This is transformation out of this victory and success over here. Victory and success. Out of, some of you, this is like generational patterns, for sure, with 10 of Pentacles. That's the family legacy card. Intergenerational trauma, all of that stuff. So again, take it as it resonates. But the moment of freedom from this is here. Apprentice of Wands, another child energy. Page of Wands, Page of Swords. This is you going into new territory. 10 of Pentacles means this is a relationship dynamic or a pattern of thinking or pattern of behavior that's been embedded in yourself and in your world for a long time. So we're getting you venturing into new territory. High Priestess. I love this. And how is this like linking with that Sea card, that tapping into divine consciousness, tapping into, the energy of the collective unconscious, and also, the collective unconscious between you and others, between, you and jobs. Like, we all have these patterns of behavior, and it's also tapping into your divine guidance. You've got illumination here. You have divine sight. You have the Ace of Swords. You are about to, or you are in the midst of becoming very clear, like crystal clear about what this is that keeps you stuck. The true nature of the beast, you're gaining like crystal clear clarity about what that is, and that you want to move on from it. Taking baby steps, moving into new territory. Two nines, end of an era. Ace of Wands, two aces, two nines. Like, for sure, the fire is lit here. There's an egg, there's a new opportunity coming in. Ace of Wands. Interesting that we've got the Page of Swords, and Ace of Swords, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. This is a brand new beginning that is birthing in your world, and it is coming from this awareness of these past patterns, people from the past, this clarity about what's really happening there, and how those thoughts or those people, unconsciously, with unconscious coming through, seek to kind of keep us stuck and keep us, like kind of stuck away from our personal freedom and personal success and personal stability. Joy, happiness, success, stability over here. The Fool, you are breaking free. You are breaking free of this. So beautiful, and it's also so soft. It's just a soft little bunny, It's just, be gentle with yourself. Like this, you're going into new territory here. We'll keep our yawning tiger here, because this is really key. This, like, I am over this. I am over being, repeating this pattern of thought, pattern of behavior. I'm over, this person keeping me stuck in some way, like tied to them or whatever this is. You're definitely over it, and then you're coming into this very gentle, like it's breakthrough fluffy bunny way, like 1616 on the timer. Be uniquely you. Be your authentic self. You're letting yourself out of this. And it's free and it's vulnerable. So do be aware of that. Whenever we're, releasing ourselves from some kind of bondage to the past or an unhealthy belief system or whatever, it is baby steps. So take it easy. Be as gentle as you would be with a fluffy bunny. You're the fluffy bunny. Be, very acutely aware that this is new territory for you, and that's okay. That's the pathway to freedom here. Six of Wands, the Sun, is, fluffy bunnying yourself, like being very gentle with yourself. Three of Wands. I don't think I've ever had this particular card come up. We've got three ships. We've got three opportunities. We've got the full moon. We're currently in new moon. So like in 2 weeks, maybe the tools become very clear. Like the way forward becomes very clear. I'm also getting magician energy here with the tools. Like you have what it takes to release yourself from this. You have the skills, talents, and abilities. You have the tools in your toolbox. You have the medicine in your medicine bag. You can do this. You've got what it takes. You've got what you need, whether that's the fire in your belly with the wands and the clarity, like that clarity. It's that sort of energy of like once you see something, you can't unsee it. You know, like when you have that dynamic with someone and you're like, oh, hello, like this is something that you do. Like you do this thing and then I emotionally connect back in and, you know, and then we're doing the thing again where we're both stuck, you know, something like that. It's not necessarily a relationship, but it's that energy of awareness, of that unconscious sea of how events can trigger past patterns of thinking, or a person can, you know, it's that. And you have the tools, you have the capacity to free yourself from this once and for all, for sure. Oh, 2 of Wands and another full moon. So we're getting a doubling down of this in 2 weeks. So whenever you come to this reading, in 2 weeks, what is going to happen in 2 weeks? Is this the clarity, the way forward, opportunities? I mean, 2 and 3 of Wands is opportunities. Let's get more info. Champion of Pentacles. I think that's Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. And the Hierophant, we've got another slow energy, very powerful energy. This is linking in with the family dynamic as well. And, you know, belief systems that were kind of programmed into you through your upbringing, your family, intergenerational trauma as well. What is this in 2 weeks? Let me take a minute. I'll have a sip of tea, drinking chai and honey, and I'll come back. Okay, so I actually went to the guidebook for this one, just with the intention of finding out about this beetle. Hierophant is long-standing structures. So we have 10 of Pentacles in the Hierophant, like long-standing ways of being that are very like stuck in the mud kind of thing, stuck in the ground. We have another illumination, kind of the coin mimicking our sun here. But it was interesting because I brought up Champion of Pentacles, and the thing that I noticed straight away, I haven't looked at the beetle yet, was loyalty. I just had a lot of energy come through me there, of the sort that, you know, when you're transmuting, alchemizing, stuck energy for sure, and, you know, unhealthy energies within you. So this is something from the past. I'm not sure what happens in 2 weeks, apart from maybe it's within the next 2 weeks that this transformation is naturally occurring. You becoming hyper aware here with this High Priestess, I'm going to hold her up, of, you know, patterns from the past that are quite strongly cemented in the way you go about the 3D world with our Knight of Pentacles here. It's something that you feel loyal to, but at the same time you are bondaged to it. So this is, you know, Hierophant is structure. The Hierophant is the way that your society does things, what's socially acceptable, what's not. It can be very dogmatic. And so there's something about you freeing yourself, having the opportunity to like finally free yourself from a certain structure of belief with the Hierophant that's been there for a very long time, and for you to emerge into a new, like brand new fluffy bunny way of being, and also way of like experiencing the world with pentacles. This is the 3D world. This is a very like, this is a major transformation. The Hierophant 10 of Pentacles, very long-standing energy. There is a part of you with loyalty that feels loyal to this way of being. And often that's simply because we're used to it. Familiarity is like a really strong energy. What's familiar, you know, if you have like a certain dynamic with a certain person, it's familiar terrain. It's familiar to get embroiled back in, or, you know, whatever it is. Remember, we've got our toxic mushrooms here. We've got poisonous mushrooms. We have the devil. Whatever this is for you, it's no longer tenable, is the words. It's no longer tenable. It's no longer aligned. I'm getting it's no longer accurate, which is interesting. Let's get these runes. It's no longer accurate. Fate, I mean, fate is afoot at the moment. There's fated opportunities for growth at this time. Hagelas can be, you know, surprising, shocking change, aligned with the Tower card. But when we have this High Priestess moment, when we're like, oh my gosh, I've been kind of like living from an outdated operating system, it is a Tower moment. It may not be like, you know, turmoil in the 3D world, but it's like internally you're like, holy smokes, I see that now. I see what that is. I see it for what it is. And this is this fated opportunity. And also we get the illumination with this, the sun disk, and 2 full moons. Like this is illumination of a toxic pattern within you or in your world that you have the opportunity to move past. Ewas. Othala is the Hierophant in the 10 of Pentacles here. Burkano is birthing the new. What's this over here? Manaz is society, your culture, your belief systems. This is an opportunity for you to move free from the bondage to this past way of being. I'm going to ask if there is something that happens in 2 weeks, but I feel like we have moved into it more being about this illumination, this clarity. But, you know, I am curious. Is there something? Are these the cards I want to go to? No, not quite. This one. Wow. Okay, so I picked these cards up. The Oracle of the Radiant Sun, again, interesting, this illumination. One was left on the table and this one kind of caught my hands, that was on the top. Secrets. This is definitely a pattern of behavior, a way of thinking, a way of seeing the world, a way of operating in the world that has been in your shadow. Secrets. It has been in your unconscious, again with our beautiful mermaid in the book, listen to your unconscious. This is something that is rising up from the deep within 2 weeks for you to see clearly for the first time. Interesting, what's under that one was this one, and that's it. It's like whatever that is, it has kept you in a cage, and yet here's your spirit team or someone But here's an opportunity, or your spirit guides or your higher self sort of pulling you this way and going, look over here, you can be free of this once and for all. Free of this old structure, this old way of being. Romance underneath. It's very much you're being drawn, like you're being shown the way with our like fated intervention, this fateful revelation. We'll see what was left on the bottom, and then we will leave this message here. Generosity. Oh, love this. Look at this. Gorgeous. It's almost like this, look at this like divine intervention energy that's just afoot at the moment. It's like this divine being, this spirit guide, your higher self is bestowing generously upon you this opportunity to see what has up until now been hidden. And it's a gift. Look at them all. They're like, hallelujah, this is wonderful. They're like reaching, reaching out for this. I'm even getting some sort of divinely timed, you know, divine moment, divine intervention. It's beautiful. Like, this is beautiful. There's this point in time over the next 2 weeks where this is revealed to you, within you, and it's this blessed opportunity to go a new way, very gently, very kindly with yourself. It's very beautiful. I'm going to leave this here. Thank you for all of your likes, comments, and subscribes. I appreciate it, and I will see you next time.